teams we've played records haven't been great. But I can promise you, everybody that comes in and everybody that we play, we do get their best shot. And not to say I don't think everybody else does that, but when you play the Dallas Cowboys, I can promise you, the other teams, it is a little bit bigger than some of the games that they play, and that comes from people around the league. They always talk about it. Players that come in, free agents that come in, they mention it. So we're getting people's best shots. And then now as we move forward and teams with better records, we're still going to get their best shot.
All right, that was Dak Prescott talking about this big game on Thursday night. Tonight, Dallas Cowboys taking on the Seattle Seahawks. And first of all, before we get to all that, Ashley Nicole Moss is here. Ashley Nicole, how you doing?
I'm good. How about them Cowboys? Here we go.
I know, like,
I've been working
has he
on my
always
cadence.
done that? Has he always done that?
No, it's like a new thing. It's a new thing.
Yeah, he must be raspy. I mean, the voice must be just like parched.
It does have a lot of bass in it, you know? It has a lot
it's got a lot
in it. So,
yeah, I mean, to do that he does that on every call. I know we had several years ago we had the Omaha. We kept hearing the Omaha calls from Peyton Manning, and he was able to monetize that. So now maybe Dak can monetize the "Here we go." But it's good to see you, because I want to ask you, look. Oh, here we go. Actually, that's not bad. Ashley, that's not bad. I don't hate it. Look, I know you are a huge Cowboys fan, and I wonder if your fandom, if you're able to put your fandom over here and your assessment over there, you know, is it possible to put fandom over there and just your assessment of the Cowboys compared to the rest of the NFL? In other words, if you think, let's say I think the Philadelphia Eagles are the best team in football. I do.
Okay.
Where are the Cowboys? Are they second best? Are they fifth best? 10th? Whatever. How do you look at the Cowboys compared to the rest of the league?
I mean, it'd be hard for me to put them in a number ranking because I would have to see some of the others. But if I had to say right now, top 5, I think they're a top 5 football team in the NFL. I think you have to go ahead and put the Eagles at number 1 because Bill Parcells says you are what your record says you are. I actually would be, we're just talking NFC. Okay, so if we're just talking NFC.
I was talking the league, though. That's the playoff picture. And that's funny because the Falcons are there. Get them the hell out of there. Get them the hell out. So we're talking,
if we're just talking NFL. NFC, top 3. Nope. If we're talking NFL league, top 5. Right now.
Yeah, and so PFT says they don't make the top 5 because they got the Jaguars and Dolphins in front of them. I wouldn't. Jaguars, I'm not sure. I'd take the Cowboys over the Jaguars. So now we're up to 6. And the Dolphins are interesting because, you know, the same thing. The Dolphins do things that people accuse the Cowboys of doing. The Dolphins look great against inferior competition, against teams that are going somewhere and doing something. The Dolphins don't have that signature win yet. So I'd flip a coin between the Dolphins and Cowboys. Which quarterback do I like better? I like Dak better than I like Tua. I like the Dolphins receivers better than the Cowboys receivers. I mean, how could you not with both of those guys? Not to say the CD Lamb is a scrub, but, you know, going up against Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle is pretty impressive. Coaching staff, I'm going to put the Cowboys in 5 because I take my coach, Mike McCarthy, my coach, not yours, my coach, Ashley, Mike McCarthy, over Mike McDaniel. So, I'll put them in the top 5, but that's a long way of getting to this. If they are a top 5 team in football, and it is damn near December, there's this, not that Seattle's going to be an easy opponent. It won't be easy. You got to win this game.
Right.
I mean, it's just like, you have to win this game tonight, period. There's no, hey, they played well, they made a few more plays than we did. Because I remember the last time you told me, the last time we talked, you said when the Cowboys see Philly again, they still going to have a shot. they're going to have a shot at the division. A, do you believe that? And B, is there just no excuse whatsoever for the Cowboys to lose this game tonight?
Yeah, I still believe that. I mean, the record shows that there's still a chance. But yeah, I think this is a big must-win game for the Dallas Cowboys for a multitude of reasons. One, you don't want to go into your Philly rematch at home this time around on a loss. That brings you then to 4 losses for the season. You don't want that. And then also, one, because that doesn't help you. And then 2, you have that NFC Championship rematch between the 49ers and the Eagles coming up, and that can go one or two ways. Hopefully it goes in the way of the 49ers pulling out the upset. I think the Eagles are favorited at home in that game so far. So you win your game, the Eagles lose their game, then the game in Philly, or rather the game against Philly in Dallas, is for all the marbles, because then you'd be tied in record, and then that just opens the floodgates for the remainder of the season. So this game is a big deal in the sense that it could possibly set the changing of the guard, the changing of the tide for the Dallas Cowboys season, and also on the other side of that, the Philadelphia Eagles season. So yeah, you approach this game like you've approached every other game so far in the past few weeks, and you play to win. You don't play with your food. It's not going to be easy. Seattle, although they're not a team that's going all the way, they play tough football, and they're going to make it tough for you. You play your brands of football, and you win that game, you're in a great position when you have to face Philly next Sunday.
Yeah, really good position. Let me ask you, do you think that Philly will beat San Francisco this week?
Is that a trick question, Michael?
Nope.
Are you tricking me?
Nope, straight up. Nope. Straight up. Would I do that? No.
Do I think that they'll beat Philly? It's obviously a possibility. It's obviously a possibility.
You got to make a prediction. Who do you have in the game?
I'm going 49ers to beat Philly.
Okay, yeah. So, then that makes your point, definitely. So 49ers beat Philly, and then Dallas wins this game. Okay, then it's on. Because down the stretch, because what Dallas doesn't have, and I think, you got to win this game tonight.
Right.
A good opponent. Good, not great, good.
Fair.
But it really is amazing. Dallas hasn't had that signature yet. I wonder, they haven't had a signature win this season yet. And I wonder if they believe they can do that, because they're going to have many opportunities. You got that Philly game, and then looking at the schedule, you got the Dolphins on the schedule. You got the Lions on the schedule. I mean, there's some really good teams on the slate. If you beat Philly, now come on. If you're able to beat Philly, well, everything is, we expect a divisional title. I just don't think it's going to happen. They need to prove to themselves. That they can compete in this top 5, and not just be in the top 5. Because usually number 5 or 6 in the NFL's top 5, they're not capable of winning the Super Bowl. It's usually 4. Usually 4 teams that can do it. 5 and 6 are kind of interchangeable. I don't know what Dallas can't change the narrative tonight, but maybe they can do something, a game within the game, where they can convince themselves. I know it's Seattle, but this lets us know that when we take on Philly, we take on the Lions, we take on the Dolphins, that we're good. We're good for it. Maybe the outside world doesn't believe it. Outside world may not believe it, but we believe it.
Well, I actually don't think that the Cowboys need the signature win for themselves, because I think that this team believes that they can beat anybody. But I think that it's more for the opinion of this team for everybody else, because you're right, they don't have the signature win. But I think that the Cowboys believe, if you listen to Micah Parsons talk about it, the situation against the Eagles when they lost that game was a fluke game. The 49ers, we play better brand of football than that, and they did after that. The game with the Eagles came down to the wire. So I don't think that this team needs the win for their own mentality. I think that's already there based on how they've been playing, how they've been rocking, how they've been rolling, how Dak Prescott's feeling right now, his girl dad power that he's harnessed since the announcement of, being a new dad in March. So the team believes that they can win. It's everybody else who's still doubting them because, to your point, they don't have that signature win against a fellow contender. And you win against Seattle tonight. You go into that game against Philly. That's your moment to change the whole season and the whole narrative about the Dallas Cowboys around. But you want to go into that game on a win, not a loss.
Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget, you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.